Hi everyone. So 1996 Corpse Party game. That's when it first came out. I've drawn two characters that I actually really liked. So Corpse Party is obviously a 1996 game that came out in Japan. I've played the 2021 version that's available on Steam. It goes on sale once in a while, so you can buy yourself one if you really want to play it. So spoilers. There's gonna be a bunch of spoilers here, I think, but to get started with Corpse Party, it takes place obviously in Japan. We got our main cast of main characters in which they do this charm and they end up at the Heavenly Host Elementary School, where it's basically like a really cursed old school where a bunch of people they just got murdered there. Now they're all separated, so we're constantly going back through like a group of like friends, and you don't get to play all the friends. You get to play like a specific amount of characters. Kind of sad though, because I really want to play all of them in the little perspective, like how they just navigate through the school. But you only get to play a couple of them, unfortunately. So the first person that I'm drawing is Sakutaro Morishige. He comes from the Kisaragi Academy, and he's one of the couple that comes with like the main characters of the main cast. No, he's majority like by himself most of the time, and so he just runs around, takes pictures of corpses to make him just feel a bit more occupied in his head, and just this isn't me basically. Like I'm not one of those corpses, but he's crazy. He goes kind of crazy on the mind, and his purpose really is trying to find the girl that he likes, wherever she may be, and he does eventually find her. Spoiler alert: she's not alive, and after he finds out that she's not alive, he goes crazy. So you don't see him after that anymore. You actually don't really see him that often with the main cast because you don't get to play him, unfortunately. But I really liked him. Like outside of before he was set into the Heavenly Host School, he was very passionate about theater and directing. So he was a happy character until he was set down there, and he wasn't so happy anymore. So the second character I'm drawing is Yuya Kizami. He comes from the Byakuren High School and is another victim of the Heavenly Host Elementary School, unfortunately. I really liked him. He's chaotic, but there are other times where he's not a very good chaotic. So he's done the charm with his friends, got down to school. He is not a good person. He has made his friends get murdered, and it was all his fault. He goes crazy. He's already like a sociopath, and just being down there made him even go more crazy, getting taken over by the ghosts and whatnot. So he's crazy all over. But when he first meets Yuka, Yuka's the main character's younger sister. I don't know why she's there, but she's there. He basically, I don't want to say he fell in love with her, but he becomes attached to her because he really always wanted a little sister. He has like two older siblings, and those older siblings aren't the greatest siblings. They're like really strict on him. So he always wanted to feel like, oh geez, I wonder how having a younger sister would feel like, having something to protect. And Yuka was that person. So he meets Yuka after she was separated by her older brother, and he becomes very very attached to her. And she's just sad, you know. She trusts him because he's another student who's down there with them, and they're looking for her brother, and he really tries to hide it, the fact that he's crazy, but I guess it he couldn't, and she finds out, so she's scared and she runs away from him, and he's chasing after her like, Yuka, where are you? I remember her playing hide and seek, but that's when you're playing Yuka, running away from him, and you do successfully run away from him, thank God, but he doesn't make it out alive, unfortunately. But other than his weird obsession with his little sister, I think he would have been like a really great character. Outside, before all of this heavenly host, when he was in the normal world, he hid his psychotic self and interacted with people normally because when he was a kid, that was really the only way for him to really fit in.